I've been learning about color theory, especially the colors of psychology. I'm probably feeling somewhere between red and yellow about doing today's game news. Do with that what you will. Blizzard is reportedly returning to the Starcraft universe with a spin-off shooter gamers have dreamed of for over 20 years. I can't believe I'm reading this. Starcraft Ghost is back, baby. I used to subscribe to Xbox Magazine when I was 15. The game was, anyways, the original game was announced in 2002 and put on indefinite hold in 2006 after teasing us with screenshots, previews, and even gameplay footage.
It looked so good.
I was really excited to live out my fantasy of being a sexy female Sam Fisher in space, man, and maybe now I can. The report from Korean outlet D News says that this new shooter entry has already been rebooted internally more than once, but is now being developed by a team at Nexon, the Korean publisher known mostly for live service slop, but more recently, some quality titles from their subsidiary studios like Dave the Diver, The Finals, and Arc Raiders. Plus, the dev team is reportedly led by popular StarCraft modder Choi Jun-ho. Junho? I'm so sorry. So there's some room for hope here. In any case, Bloomberg's Jason Schreier says that this game seems like a different shooter than the one he says is being developed by a Blizzard team in-house. So we might even get 2 StarCraft games? My life for ire! Let's go! Ghost reporting! Battlecruiser operational! Blizzard's still riding the wave of listening to what people want.
Imagine.
Are also redesigning the new Overwatch hero, Anran, after fan backlash over the fact that she bears a shocking resemblance to every other lady hero in the game. They have a type. Thank God we're avoiding a Sonic movie situation on this one, boys. That could have been really bad.
Kill me!
Highguard won the first big game to crash and burn this year competition, and now developer Wildlight Entertainment has laid off most of its team. Level designer Alex Garner broke the news on LinkedIn, of all places, with the studio confirming it's keeping a core group of developers to continue supporting the game. You might remember Highguard from the coveted One More Thing slot at the 2025 Game Awards, where the gaming industry's dorky uncle, Jeff Keighley, said that this would push the shooter genre forward. In the wrong direction, apparently, because the game launched to mostly negative reviews, mostly over server instability and maps too large for 3v3. The studio saw player counts fall from a peak of about 97,000 at launch to 3,000 in the span of 2 weeks, which was unfortunate news for the studio head, Chad Grenier, who, with the confidence of a man named Chad, had posted a year-long roadmap with 7 episodes of content and boasted to Polygon that they would be releasing a steady stream of updates regardless of whether Highguard gets 1,000 people or 100 million people.
Chad don't care.
I'm Chad. Evidently, he never heard of the old adage about when you should and shouldn't tally poultry. And Wildlight isn't the only studio dealing with hard times. Riot Games just cut roughly 80 developers, about half the team, from 2XKO, its League of Legends fighting game that spent 10 years in development before launching January 20th. In a statement, executive producer Tom Cannon explained that overall momentum hasn't reached the level needed to support a team of this size, which I guess in Riot exec speak means it hasn't completely dominated the fighting game community in its 3 weeks of existence. Both games were free to play and both got flattened by established competition within weeks, with Polygon now calling the whole free to play model into question. Giants like Fortnite, Apex, and League have dominated for years, and newcomers just can't seem to crack in, with one notable exception being Riot Games' Valorant, which pretty quickly managed to shoulder its way into Counter-Strike space back in 2020. Riot execs probably loved that. Why didn't 2XKO do that?
Yeah, what did?
Should have just be like Valorant.
It's simple.
PlayStation's State of Play was today, and boy is gaming ever in an interesting state of play. Ghosts of Yotei, the sequel to beloved game Ghost of Tsushima, is getting a new multiplayer mode to finally bring the Legends mode to the new title. I can't wait to see if they took my suggestion to add a Patrick Swayze from Ghost skin. Pottery time. That was followed with a new trailer for Death Stranding 2's PC port, finally giving us a release date for the long-awaited title, March 19th of this year. If death tickles your fancy, we also got 4 Loop, a 4-player roguelike shooter that follows a team combining alien technology and good old-fashioned MacGyvering to try and save the world from those aforementioned aliens. That sounds like a game for me.
It's like Left 4 Dead, must be good.
So sorry. The most disappointing announcement of the entire thing had to be Dead or Alive 6 non-beach volleyball edition.
What?
You knew what the people wanted, Team Ninja. You blew it. Thank God for the new gameplay trailer for Control Resonant. At least we got that much. We also got to see what happens when a chicken escapes from St. Hubert's and decides to fight in a large-scale conflict in Project Windless, Krafton's new game where you play as the battle chicken, KFC Kratos.
Literally, like, it looks sick.
007 First Light also got a new trailer that we here at GameLink feels hints at a bonus mode where you, as Bond, move through an MI6 office trying to make innuendo-based puns or committing aggravated assault. It's unclear. Hopefully they allow a salty language. Damn it! And you know Metal Gear Solid, right? The pinnacle of action stealth gameplay? Well, it looks like we're getting volume 2 of the Master Edition where an elderly one-eyed man screams about liquid. Liquid!
Why can't I make it come out of me?
But nobody, and I mean nobody, could have prepared us for Darwin's Paradox, the game where instead of being Solid Snake, you're trapped in the body of an octopus trying to save the world. 3 hearts, 9 brains, testicles in your head, the ability to solve puzzles, no bones, and no fear of the Baba Yaga. That's right, John Wick the video game is real. If you want to fight other hitmen while you are yourself a hitman that has way more hair than Agent 47, then this is the game for you. Being Keanu Reeves is just a bonus here. Love you, Keanu. This one's for you, buddy. And for all of you who felt overwhelmed by the number of dimensions in the old 3D God of War games, well, you're in luck. Along with a remake of the original trilogy announced by the OG TC Carson, we also got the announcement of a new 2D God of War game subtitled Sons of Sparta. Yes, it kind of gives off mid-2000s web browser flash game vibes, but some of my favorite games I ever played were in a laggy Internet Explorer window. If you want something really smooth, you should probably go for our sponsor instead.
Karate, the way of the empty hand. I have studied this ancient art in the jungles of Canada and forged my body into a finely tuned martial instrument. But even a master needs to unwind. And when I do, I shop at Green Man Gaming, a 100% official PC game retailer, working directly with over 1,300 publishers and developers. So, much like the branch of the cherry blossom tree supports the dove, you're still supporting the people who make the games you love. It rhymes. Hi-ya! Right now, they've got 18% off Resident Evil Requiem on Steam. And if you go deluxe, you get 5 extra costumes, weapon skins, charms, and an audio pack. Pre-purchase and you also get Grace's costume, Apocalypse. It's perfect for looking good while fighting the undead. With over 9,000 games and 6 million gamers, Green Man Gaming is where a true warrior shops. Check out Resident Evil Requiem and save 80% today using our link below. Now, I must unleash the tiger.
I'm not gonna try to apply any color symbolism to the quick bits. I can hardly catch a glimpse of those little guys, they're so fast. The developers of Clair Obscur Expedition 33 just got literal knighthoods from the French government for their significant contribution to the arts, which I believe means you must address each of them as sir, but with a French accent.
Sir.
The art in this game was so good that Iraqi Customs confiscated Redditor Ahmed1552's boxed Monolith Edition because the included art book was mistaken for actual ancient relic and therefore needed verification from the Iraq Ministry of Culture. Yeah, someone at Customs had to have actually looked through the game set and said, this belongs in a museum.
And get off my plane too.
Remedy Entertainment is known for excellent single-player games like Max Payne, Alan Wake, and Control, but their multiplayer shooter, FBC Firebreak, flopped hard last year, which always means you replace your CEO.
Yeah, so that's...
The new chief is Jean-Charles Godechamps, an EA alumnus who pepper my alumnus, who's coming from recent stints at sports betting platform Sleeper and fantasy sports app OneFootball, which isn't exactly thrilling for Remedy fans. In fact, Bradley is terrified. I had to do GameLink because he locked himself in the bathroom and said he wouldn't come out unless someone can prove this isn't some kind of messed up, altered world event.
It's true, I'm in there right now.
Fears weren't helped by Godechamps' statement that he plans to scale Remedy in a way that builds lasting value. We know what that means. Creative director Sam Lake insists Godechamps very much understands our wildly unique vision. For Ali's sake, I hope so.
He is French.
In the never-ending saga that is the Claude book, Molt book, Open Claude debacle, A developer has launched SpaceMolt, a space-based MMO designed exclusively for AI agents. In the game, bots mine asteroids, form factions, and do space piracy while humans just watch dots on a map. AI has officially entered its edgy teen phase, sitting in its room playing video games all day. SpaceMolt was inspired by Moltbook, the social network for bots, which ended up being mostly humans running crypto scams. Whether this ends up being yet another extremely insecure, overhyped medium through which crypto scammers can try and launch meme coins grifts is yet to be seen, but I, for one, would like to see AI clean up its room and stop using all the RAM and water on Earth before it's allowed to play video games anymore. Good parenting is all about setting boundaries, being consistent,
and starving your child.
You're going to bed without water. Steam now lets developers display the exact date their early access games plan to hit version 1.0, meaning that now you might finally know when that random indie horror game you've been waiting for finally launches. The date can even sync with Steam's personal calendar feature that came out back in October of last year. The catch? Valve also gently reminded devs that just because this feature exists does not mean you should or must use it. So confidence might still be optional. Still, progress. Soon, you'll be able to get even more emotionally attached to a very specific delay. Thanks, Valve. And Norwegian electronics retailer Komplett is giving away copies of Grand Theft Auto 6 for free if you have a baby on launch day. Yes, really. Expecting parents even received a complimentary 15-minute prep video posted to YouTube, complete with romantic fireplace visuals and mood-setting music to speed things along. So the game's not coming out within 9 months. Okay. Yeah. Now, nothing says responsible adulthood quite like timing childbirth around a game release. Just another reason to leave her to do all the work.
Whoa.
Just imagine explaining to your kids someday that they were technically a pre-order bonus. But it'll be a huge bonus if you come back next Thursday for more game news. In the meantime, I'm feeling somewhere between blue and green, which is the perfect spot to be in for break time.
I think you mean game time. Let's play Moltbook. Whatever it is.